Hi everybody, welcome back to the Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with my rant stroke thought of the day. Definitely a rant, this one, and certainly making a lot of people think today. Yes, there's been a bit of a hand grenade thrown in by Newcastle United with regards to tickets. Now, a lot of you match-going supporters are already a little bit frustrated about the lack of communication from the club with regards to tickets. I think season ticket holders have been left a little bit of ambiguity as to what's going on with tickets, and people are still wondering what's going on with digital tickets. Me and Mark are going to go to the Cellar Cup. We got the tickets. I still haven't had any confirmation about that either, so nobody really knows what's going on whilst the club are over in America schmoozing and cracking on and everything else. There doesn't seem to be a lot of answers coming out of the club. The Premier League's only 3 weeks away, and match day tickets aren't even on sale for the Aston Villa game. So people are getting a little bit nervous about what's going on. But I'm just going to try and unpack the news that came out from the club today. So it's about the membership. So basically, in a nutshell, if I can sum this up, if I'm wrong, by all means, pull me in the comments. We're not the kind of channel that gets upset by that. But 37 quid is an adult fee for a membership. And basically, what happens is, for a membership fee, you get put into a ballot. Now, it's a little bit like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and the golden ticket. So you pay 37 quid a year to be a member. You put into a ballot, and 24 hours, I think, before the match day tickets go on sale, you're informed whether you're successful in the ballot. And if you are successful in the ballot, then you get a ticket. Now, that sounds great, 37 quid for a ticket. Oh, yeah, great. But no, you still have to pay for your tickets. So you still get your tickets and pay for your tickets like you would do a normal match day ticket. But you remember, so you paid 37 quid and you've won your ticket. Now, that's all great if you've won a ticket. However, if you haven't won a ticket, you're basically dropping 37 nicker to not win anything, potentially, in a whole season. Now, this is a bit strange for me because I imagine they're going to be inundated with memberships now internationally and domestically as well, for people trying to get an opportunity to get to St James's Park to see a game. I think they're only for home games, I think, as far as I'm aware. But this has caused a little bit of uproar amongst the season ticket holders as well. So previously, the season ticket holders had priority for the tickets. Now, whichever way you sit on this fence, I kind of understand both sides of the argument here. Because if you're a season ticket holder and you haven't jacked your season ticket in like I did many moons ago, which I accept the fact that's me screwed really. If I can't get a ticket, I can't get a ticket. I've got to watch it on TV or whatever resources I can find. But I don't begrudge season ticket holders for having priority on tickets because they've stuck with the club through thick and thin through the Ashley years, and they kind of have earned that right to do that. So I understand them being a little bit pissed off with this. And on the other hand, you can't just limit your fan base to people who are 15, 20 miles outside the radius of Newcastle United. We talked about that and what's going on. There's international fans, there's fans all over the country. You want to target the next generation of fans. You've got places like York, you've got places like Cumbria, where fans historically have always supported Manchester United, Liverpool, Man City now, because of their successes. So you want to tap into that market as well, and you want the young kids of tomorrow from those areas to maybe support Newcastle United and, jump on a train or get in a car an hour and a half down to St James's Park and fall in love with this club, because that's what happens when you get there. You fall in love with it and you're there for life, aren't you? So obviously the club want those fans as well, but this whole process has added a bit of a layer of complexity, maybe unnecessarily, and rattled a lot of cages in amongst the fan base. We're a very proud fan base on Newcastle United, and people are very tribal and very territorial about their presence as a Newcastle United fan, especially season ticket holders. So this is probably the first time, I think, that openly the club has done something outside of that cup final ballot where they've upset people. Generally, they've been on a pretty much a gold streak, really, an upward curve of ownership where there's nothing but love and trust in amongst the club and the owners. But this has certainly pissed on a few chips, and I think this will not be the end of this. There'll be a lot more noise about this going forward. But some of the benefits you get as a member, I was just kind of looking through them, so it did make me laugh. I think you get 15% off a pint. Well, the pint's overpriced anyway, to be honest with you. It's about £8 a pint or something daft like that, or whatever it is, and it's normally warm as piss. You're better off getting a pint of strawberry across the road or locals around the corner where a lot of our boys go, and I've certainly been in a few match days as well. Just get a few down you and get well lubricated up before you get into the ground, really, and don't overpay for a pint. But they're going to offer you that. They're offering you money off food. They're telling you can get discount off Shearer's Bar and non-match days and stuff like that as well. But the weird thing is they're talking about setting up a fan zone and everything else outside of the ground. Now, that sounds great. And if you can't go into the ground, a lot of the American fans were talking about that at the recent talk, and then I watched on another content provider's video. But the issue is Newcastle United, if we have a fan zone outside of the ground, it'll be fucking chock out with people who go to the match. 100%. You won't be able to get moved as a non-match going fan. If you think, oh, I'll go up to the fan zone and get the atmosphere, drink it in and all that, you won't even be able to get in there because it'll be fucking heaving with Newcastle United fans in the fan zone, doing all sorts of stuff, watching the TV, streaming content, all sorts of stuff. And then when they go to the ground, it'll be like a ghost town. There'll be nobody there. And it might be worth your while going. You just be able to hear the noise of the crowd outside the ground, probably be you and a dog and a bloke. And just, yeah, wouldn't make any sense for me whatsoever. So that's a weird thing, I think they're talking about doing, and I don't know how they're going to manage that going forward. But yeah, this is a very interesting development this is, and I think this is going to run and run. Obviously Newcastle United Supporters Trust and then the other organisation, the NUSC, have probably been inundated with emails. We're not affiliated to either one of them, to be honest with you, so we have an open opinion. So smash a comment in, let us know what you guys think about this. We don't sit on either side of that fence. We sit right in the middle, so we're very impartial as a channel. That's what makes us great. I think that we can look into it. But yeah, the club have got some answering to do here, I think. And the international one threw me a little bit. So the international members just look like they've got exactly the same membership benefits, like your cyber events with ex-pros or whatever to do, same as a domestic person would do. Now the weird thing is, I don't know why, as a member at an international level, why they didn't just give a further access where international fans could click a login to view content before a game that they maybe don't see. We have a lot of viewers that watch us and watch other Newcastle United fan channels, who say there's no pre-match build-up, on Peacock and stuff like that, no post-match either. So if they could click in, as an international member and watch pre-match content with Eddie Howe and the players, and post-match content as well, talking about things and analysing and all that kind of stuff, things you don't get on their TV channels, that would be a benefit. And if I'm over in America or Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Africa, wherever, and I'm a Newcastle fan, I would pay for that, and that would be worth the money. But they don't seem to have added that in, so I think they've maybe missed a little bit of a trick there. But there is a worry here, I think, among some fans, certainly some of the fans I've spoken to, that the club are so obsessed with growing revenue, so they can get on the right side of the FFP thing after years of neglect from Ashley, that they're almost focusing too much on the horizon, that they're not upkeeping the garden. And the garden is the loyal Newcastle United fan base that has been there for decades, even when we were shit, when we were good, when we were shit, when we were good again, when we were shit again. Those fans have been there. It's ingrained in you up here. You go to the match, and if you make a decision not to go, that's your own decision. You stand by that decision, you live and die by that sword. But a lot of fans go and they stick with it. It's like a drug. They can't put it down. I remember a mate I spoke to years ago, I think under the Ashley years, I said, why don't you just fucking jack it in? He said, what am I going to do? Go to IKEA every Saturday with the missus, which I thought was brilliant. But that sums it up really, how people feel about the club. It's part of their life, it's part of their livelihood, it's part of what they live and breathe through the week. They go to work to go to St James's Park at the weekend and enjoy it. And if you run the risk of alienating those people and causing a distance between those people, where it looks like in some people's eyes that you're more interested in corporate supporters, the prawn sandwich brigade that Roy Keane warned everybody about, that is a dangerous road to trod for Newcastle United. I really hope that Peter Silverstone or somebody comes out and addresses this with the fans, because obviously Darren Eales is over in America. I don't know whether this is even in his remit or not, but the lack of communication, I think, from the club is making a lot of supporters a little bit nervous in the lead up to the season, wondering what the hell is going on. Where's the communication? Where's the digital ticketing? Where's everything else? So yeah, a lot of people have got a lot of questions to ask, and I really hope that the club are ready to answer, because it's not all about pre-season tours and new signings. You've got to communicate with the fan base. That is a prerequisite of any football club, but definitely Newcastle United. That was the reason that the old owners lost the room, because they didn't communicate. Don't make the same mistake, guys. Come and reach out, talk to Newcastle United fans, reassure them, calm their concerns, and just let's calm everything down. But that's me done for the rant today. If this is the kind of thing you like, please subscribe, smash the button. We're over 4,300 subs now, so loads of room for you guys, loads of stats and chats, one live show every week with me and Mark, transfer videos and everything else as well, and rant and thought videos just like the one you've watched. Like the video, help get it around YouTube. We'll be back with some more Newcastle United content soon. Until then, have a cracking evening, everybody. Whatever you're doing, we'll see you later. Cheers, bye.